and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Sammy of Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D, and we talk about music, movies, and so much more.
All right, we're back with another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes, episode 112. And this one, we are going to review the new Mneskin album called Rush.
I believe this is their
Or
American
Rush.
debut.
Yeah, I didn't know much.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, they've been around for a while, and they have performed here in the States, and there's been a big buzz for them. And I did see some. I think they were on Saturday Night Live or some other show, and maybe like I saw them a year ago. And man,
They're
I don't
big
know, I
right
guess
now.
we'll get into it. They're huge, yeah. And
they're big.
usually they're like a band where like people who aren't really into rock per se will come up to me and say, hey, because they know that I'm into this stuff, and they'll usually say, hey, have you heard this band Måneskin? I think they're great or whatever. And I was like, yeah, what I've heard, I'm not really it's cool, whatever. It's just not my thing. But it seems like they're really big with casual music fans, people who are into
Younger
pop
crowd,
music.
like the under 21 probably crowd is pretty big.
Yeah, man, but also they're pretty much all over the place. I mean, and these are not young people saying this to me. I work with one of the guys that sits right by me at work. He's like 24, 25, and he's really, he's like really sharp. He's like really hip into things with music and stuff. So I like to bounce ideas off him and stuff to get like a younger
Point of view.
a younger point of view. And he never heard of the band before. I was like, you ever hear of this band Mneskin? But a couple of the other guys that are like in my age, they know of them. So
My mother was telling me about this band. So
right, yeah.
Really? Mom.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
right.
I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, because it is, to me, it seems their fan base is all across the board.
Well, it was. I just looked it up that they came in number 2 in the X Factor in Europe, and then they won the Eurovision Song Contest.
Right,
So-
Eurovision is
Yeah,
like
that's where
bigger than
Lordy, because
American
Lordy, I
Idol.
remember Lordy won that too. So
yeah,
that's
it's like
probably
a
where
pretty
it really
big.
got pushed.
Yeah, it's a big deal. But hear the dog?
Yeah.
I was just trying to say this time Damien's got the dogs
Damien's
barking in the back.
Guess
Yeah,
Stevie!
man.
we might have to show Stevie on this episode at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
we got to
try.
bring Stevie out.
Well,
Come on, we need an introduction.
If she comes down, because now she knows how to climb up and down the steps.
Of
Oh,
course.
you're in trouble. That's pretty quick, man.
Yeah. 3
Uh,
months.
Stevie ain't messing around.
All right. What are you, jealous? You want to be on TV?
That's what they do.
You can come down if you want to be on TV.
She's just going to
All
park
right.
upstairs.
You don't. Yeah, she said she doesn't want to come down.
We'll get her before the episode's over.
She wants me to play. All right, we'll play after.
So you how do you say it now? Because I was called Manskin. It's
Maneskin.
Maneskin.
Yeah, Mneskin.
Anybody
They're
know what it
from Rome.
means? Does it mean anything?
You know what? I actually tried looking it up. I thought it was an Italian word. It's not. I think it's a Danish term, and I don't know what it means, because I actually looked it up today on my Google Translator and talked about it with a few other friends, and no one knows what it is. So
Yeah.
You know, it's fucked up because I looked it up and it came out at me right away. And I'm like, okay, Albert, it means this. And I forgot.
I'm sure it does. I mean, it's got a meaning. It's got to have a meaning, right? But
It does. It's something. I don't know if it was like something like twilight or nighttime or something. Yeah.
Something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Well, it's funny. I think
I mean, we could look it up right now.
I think the first time I discovered seeing this band, if I get this right, does the girl bass player, does she wear like, does she go
Moonlight.
like shirtless with like kind of stuff on her boobs?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how I noticed. Okay, that's how I knew who they were. Okay,
And
so
the singer, me and the singer, we share a name, which is very rare.
Damiano.
Damiano. Yeah.
he's in Monte Carlo too.
Nah, he's got a Mneskin last name.
That's got to be a stage name, man.
What,
Sorry.
David?
Yeah.
Damiano David?
Yeah, that's his
Damiano's
name.
David. It's got to be a stage.
Metagon name over here.
That's his middle name, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably like a
David,
Putanesca
right?
or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They,
right.
they left off the O. It was DeVito or something like that. They left off the O
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Lombardi. Yeah. DeVito.
Yeah, DeVito.
Yeah.
So the new album just came out. It's called Rush. And we're going to do what we usually do when we do the album ratings. We're going to go down each track. We're going to pick as a combined unit the worst track to the best track. You know, we've done this before, so that's the way we like to review stuff. So we give everybody a little, track by track. We break it down a little bit. So, all right, we're going to start here. Point system is 1 to 5. Now, don't forget, a 2.5 is midway through. It's not exactly bad. A 2.5 is not bad.
And we should mention that there's 17 tracks.
And there is 17 tracks, and that's not even a mistake. That's 17 tracks. It's a lot of tracks. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go through each song, give our thoughts, and then we'll give a wrap-up thought on it. Okay. Coming in last on the record, track at number 17 is Blah Blah Blah, as the worst track on the record. Damo, any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I'm not number one. I'm not a fan of the title. Blah blah blah. Nah nah nah. Anything like that is just lazy. I know from experience. So, with that being said, yeah, I rated this. I didn't give any rating lower than a 2. This one got a 2. Nothing really stands out except the title, and I don't know, man. A lot of these songs, what I've noticed, rather just say it off the bat, is they all have they all have the same formula. A lot of them start out with like this drum beat, like boom boom, or like that, or like some kind of like pulsing beat, and the guitar is usually just like not really so much playing chords, but like playing like kind of like single note stuff. And a lot of stuff really reminded me of like the Strokes meets like the Struts, but like a way less catchy version. And that's just my opinion. But obviously, I'm wrong on this because they're like the biggest rock band on the planet right now. So what the hell do I know? But that's just my opinion. But yeah, I ranked this one. I gave this a 2, and looks like we all pretty much agreed on that.
Yeah. Mike D, any thoughts on this track?
It was definitely the worst track. It did have me laughing with the line, the twa 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 twa. But that was about it. It was just a little immature giggle, and I moved on. And yeah, I didn't like it. So.
Yeah.
And I tried to, but as Damien said, like it's weird because I try to look at things with. I don't think I ever grew up like as far as like listening to things, and maybe even in my everyday life. But I don't know. I there's new bands I listen to. Like I'm big into King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard. I like 21 Pilots. They're another good band. But so it's not like I'm like these old ears that are listening into something. And to me, like this really the whole album, as far as vocally, reminded me of Maroon 5.
I could hear that.
Kind of mixed with 21 Pilots. Which, hey, for like the pop world and mainstream stuff, I guess that's not a bad thing. But for me, it really didn't do
it. Okay, so I'm with you guys on this one. We all put this at a 2. We all had this at 2. So for me, it was a bit goofy, this song. I mean, I kind of get it. It took 2 listens for me to kind of get the little tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. But just a bit goofy for me. I'm like, yeah. It don't match the rest of the record. Okay, coming in at number 16, Mark Chapman. Anything on this demo?
Nothing that I really remember. I rated this one a 2. It's a 12th track on the record. I thought it was going to be the last, and unfortunately, it wasn't the last. Yeah. Usually there's 12 tracks on the record, but yeah, I gave this a 2. Nothing really stood out except maybe the title. Mark Chapman. I wonder if it was named after Mark David Chapman or whatever that idiot who assassinated Lennon. So
yeah, Mike D, anything on this one?
It's weird because like I tried to listen to him, and first of all, you can't understand it. It was like 3 tracks in Italian, And that's like, they're from Italy, and they wanted to put a little piece of heritage in their album, and that's why they bunched 3 tracks up. That's what I read, at least. They wanted to, instead of spreading it over the album. But for me, it's like it just kind of missed the mark. It wasn't like, Mars Volta does Spanish stuff. I could listen to that, and that sounds like, it hits you, it catches you, but this one didn't.
Yeah. You're going to see the ones that they sang in Italian all come in the same little block right here.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the melody and all that, it's okay, but there's no English. It's hard for me to listen to. Going to the next one, 15. I can't even say this. Il Dono della Vita. Same thing for me.
Il Dono della Vita.
No English. I can't really listen
the
to
gift
it.
of life.
Is that what it means?
Life. Yeah, I looked it up. Your ancestors will be not proud of you, Bert.
Very disappointed.
Metagon.
Yeah, Metagon. Anybody have any comment on this one? Anything for this one?
Man, I got to be honest. Once they started singing in Italian,
I lost it.
It kind of lost me, and so I rated this. I gave it a 2 also, and we together collectively rated it 2.23. So
all low. Mike D, anything on the Italian songs? I'm just going to block them up altogether so we don't have to go through.
Yeah, man. Ditto.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just run down what the titles were. So at 14, La Fine or La Fine?
La Fine. It means the end.
No, they're finished. So and that wasn't the last track.
No.
So yeah, that scored a 2.25 collectively. So all the songs sung in Italian were in the 2.5 range, pretty much. Okay, moving back to the English part of the record. Coming in at number 13, Cool Kids. Damon, what do you got on the Cool Kids?
I kind of like this one. I didn't rank anything lower than a 2, and I didn't rank anything higher than a 3, and I gave this one a 3, along with like 2 other songs. So I kind of liked it. Obviously it came in 13, so you guys didn't have the same opinion of it, but
Mike D.
I mean, with the exception of 2 songs from now on, I don't think I had anything above a 3 or anything even below a 2.5. So there you go. Yeah. It was, for me, it was just very middle of the road. It was, I'll probably forget about this in a week.
Right. Cool Kids, for me, it got a 2.3 collectively. If it was me, if I was producing this record and I had a say and we got put on this record, this wouldn't have made it. No way. Actually, this wouldn't have made it, and the Italian songs wouldn't have made it, and the album probably would have got chopped down to 10 songs and probably would have been a pretty decent record. But this song was too goofy. I don't think it fit the vibe for the rest of the record. Same thing with that other goofy song.
Kind of had that like weird punky vibe.
It did, but it was so different than the rest of it. I don't know. It was weird. It sounded like an old demo they had that they just redid. Number 9, The Loneliest. Damo, what you got for The Loneliest? Yeah, we're down to 9. No, we're way past that, ain't we? Oh no, I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
No, wait.
Cool Kids was 12. Cool Kids was 13. We're on 12.
All right, wait, what am I looking at here?
17 tracks.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong number on my thing. I'm sorry. Jesus. All right, hold on. I'll have to go back to that one.
We're on number 12.
Yeah, I was looking at the side of my sheet that has numbers. Damn. All right, guys, we're going to number 12 on the Mneskin Rush record. The Loneliest, Damo. What you got on The Loneliest? 2.33.
Yeah, I gave this a 2. In hindsight, I should have gave it a 5 because it was the last track of a 17-track record that I wasn't that crazy about. So I should have gave it a 5, knowing that this was all over. But I gave it a 2. And nothing. Not much, honestly. There's not much that really stuck out with any of these songs. Usually 3 would I put as good, but like in my mind, like anything above a 3 would have like a repeat listen value, and none of these songs
playability
had that.
Yep. Mike D, anything on the loneliest?
No, not much. Middle of the road for me, 2.5. And I believe this is one of the songs they released too before the album even came out.
This one has a lot of plays on it. This one has a ton of plays on it. Yeah, this got a lot of hits.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. For like again, like this is a lot of this stuff is like for people who don't listen to a lot of music, like Damien said. Like this is more appealing to the casual music fan,
Not the snobs.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, I think in my life, I've listened to so many, different bands, and it's like so. It's like pop music, It's like you're listening. You can replace this Britney Spears, I don't know, Justin Timberlake, or what's his name, Bruno Mars. You could put any of those guys as in the role of doing the vocals in this, or it's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I don't think it was that bad. It was better than I thought.
Oh, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all. I'm just saying it's not for me.
Right. Gotcha. All right, well, I'll move on to the loneliness from me. It's a decent ballad, but it's kind of mid-level. It's decent, but it's not like wow. It's okay. Coming in at number 11, If Not For You. 2.41 was the rating. Damo, any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I gave us another, low ranking a 2. In fact, now that I'm looking at my list, I think I gave 2. I gave like 6 or 7 songs a 2. Come to think of it,
you might be lower than me then.
Yeah, that's what I told Bert the other day. I was like, I think I'm going to be angry, Mike D, on this. This one.
I wasn't too angry. Like it didn't make me mad like the album. It wasn't like it was like, oh my god, this is disgusting. It's like I didn't have much expectations going in.
Right.
Yeah, they're clearly just writing. They just want to write hit singles, which
are they writing it? Because they are. I mean, I believe all their albums were even in like Italian before this. I don't think they had any English in their songs. I went back and I listened to like some of the other stuff. I didn't hear any English.
I think they.
But I was skipping around.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of them, they have like this one drum beat in quite a few songs, like this kind of like
dance beat, some kind of
like upbeat.
Yeah, like if you're gonna go out dancing at a club or something, it's good pop dance music, sort of, but not dance.
Yeah, you could slide it in. They can put a little remix in it, and
right,
people will be on the dance floor to it.
Right,
but there's also something about the guy's voice that I don't know. He's got a good voice, but it just I don't know.
It's Adam Levine. They're very.
It is similar. Yeah, it is similar.
Yeah, I even went and listened to some of them and some of his stuff, and even like just a chop. What do you call what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, I know the rhythm of the. I know
the rhythm. There you go.
The cadence.
Yeah.
The cadence.
The cadence. There you go. That's the word I could.
Yeah, I could hear that. I mean, the music reminded me of like the Strokes if they just dropped the indie thing and wanted to be a pop band,
right?
And that's where I put like the Struts in too, because it was sort of like a little bit of that too. But yeah, I could hear the Adam Levine thing. But yeah. So anyway, but to that song, If Not You, I gave it a 2, and it came in at 2.41 collectively.
Yeah. What'd you do for that one, Mike?
I gave it a 2.5.
If Not For You, I gave it a 2.75.
Oh, you get into detail. I don't get into that detail. I'm either like 2.5 or 3.
Now, me and Damien get to 0.01, 0.3 and a half.
You have to sometimes.
You have to, otherwise you get ties.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, your team, you mean you do that. Okay, so coming in at number 10, we're getting to the top 10 here. Read your diary, Damo. Anything standing out about this?
Yeah, I like this a little bit better. I gave it a 2.6.
There you go.
Not a 2.5 or anything. 2.6. Yeah, I liked it a little bit more.
And collectively, it was 2.56.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this one was okay for you, right, huh, Damo?
Yeah, it was all right.
Mike D?
I gave it a 2.5.
Mike D gives it a 2.5. Trying to figure out where the hell I put this at here. I don't even fucking know. There's so many damn songs. Anyway, somewhere down the middle of the road for me. All right, number 9, Feel, Damo. 2.58 collectively.
Yeah, I gave it a 2.25, 2.25. Yeah, it was okay. I mean, that's all.
Mike D?
Another 2.5 from me.
Mid road. I gave it a 3. I think I think the song was decent. If it had a better chorus, it would have been really good. It needed a better chorus. The versatile was okay. It wasn't too bad. Okay, moving down.
Mamma mia.
Yeah. Number 8, Gasoline. Number 8.
Oh, is that where we're at? Gasoline.
We're
Okay.
Gasoline.
Yeah, I gave this one big 2.
Oh, Damo with a 2 for Gasoline. Mike D.
I didn't like it.
2.5.
I gave this one a 3.3. You know, it has some different shit going on in the song.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. It's not bad. Collectively, it was a 2.6. But yeah. So we're gonna move on to number 7. I think a lot of us gave us a higher rating, I think, because of the title. Mamma Mia. Damo.
Yeah, I gave that one. That one stood out. That was one of my favorite tracks. I give it 2.9. Not quite a 3.
2.9.
2.9.
Mike D.
I think I originally had this too until I heard the line because I'm Italiano. So I gave it a little bump because I thought that was funny.
Why? Did they actually say that?
There was a line or something like I'm good looking because I'm Italiano or something like that. I'm like, all right, that gives it an extra half a point right there.
Yeah, it's goofy, but I gave it a 3 for that reasoning.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get us. You could get us some goofiness once in a while, you know. Oh man. Okay, so number 6, Don't Want to Sleep. What you got, Damo? 2.83 collectively.
Okay, yeah, I gave it a 2.5. Thought it was an okay song.
Mikey D.
Don't want to sleep, but guess what? This was putting me to sleep. 2.5. That could be a good thing too, because sometimes I need something to put me to sleep.
Yeah.
Wow, I gave us a 3.5. This was a higher one for me. I like the vocals. You know, all these tunes have the same kind of, like you said, Maroon 5, kind of a little bit of hip hop kind of, the way the cadence is and all. I mean, a lot of these songs you can put anybody, Dame said you can put anybody singing, and it's got that same feel. It does, I guess, what it was trying to do. Yeah,
it's like a beefed up boy band with a girl bassist.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I mean, I thought they hit the mark a little bit on that song. Okay, down to number 5, Time Zone, 2.91. It's a pretty high rating considering.
Yeah, I gave it a one of the higher ranking ones for me. I gave it 2.75. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Mike D, Time Zone.
I gave it another 2.5. The words were kind of cool, I guess like he's probably in America or whatever, and his girlfriend's back in Italy, and
I gave it
they're in different time zones.
I gave it a 3.5. I kind of like this one. I think it's a pretty good song all around. It's one of the better ones for me. Coming in number 4, Supermodel.
Gave this one a 3. It was one of the ones I actually kind of liked, and I rated it pretty high. So it's the highest rating I gave any song. So
oh wow, that was the highest one for you, Mike D.
Another 2.5 for me.
Yeah, I can't believe you went a little low with this. I thought you would have went higher on this one. I gave it a 3.75, I think. It's got that little Teen Spirit kind of guitar strumming in it somewhere.
I mean, I'm
You
going to
know?
be honest, especially towards the end of it. I was like, I'm done, man. I'm like, I'm tapping here, but I
Already
got to
out.
listen to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So
I
what
mean,
you do? You did the old SAT trick and just start filling in circles. You know,
well,
I used to do that
no,
all the time.
no. I mean, I listened. I actually, believe it or not, I went through this twice, and I listened to like a good 2 minutes of each track. And then the second time I went through it, I listened to another minute, and then I kind of went to the end of it just to see if I missed anything. So I kind of went around, and like a lot of the stuff, it wasn't much of a change to it. It was, to even make me rate it any higher. Like again, I'm not saying it sucks. It's just I heard it before. It's middle of the road to me.
At that point, it's like Daniel Bryan had the label locked in on you, and you were tapping out.
Yeah, it was on for like 15 seconds, and I was like, I can't go one more second. On this.
You weren't even going for the rope. You're just like, fuck it, I'm tapping.
That's it. Yeah. If I go to the rope, I got to listen to more.
All right, we're winding down here. Track 3, Baby Said. It got a 3.08 collectively. Damo.
Yeah, I gave us one of 3. I thought the first few songs were
solid,
pretty good. Yeah, so I gave that a 3. I kind of liked it.
Mike D.
Another middle of the road for me. Which
Wow.
I'm not. It doesn't. Does that mean it doesn't mean it's bad if I give a song a 2.5 now? Does it? I mean,
2.5 is average.
It's a fair rating. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's middle of the road. It's it's forgettable for me, but it's not terrible.
Right.
Good background music.
I gave it a 3.75. It reminds you of the dance stuff, the little rap stuff. It's got a cool riff in it. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's not bad. Like Dame said, the first 3 tracks were pretty decent. Going on to track number, going on to 2, Gossip, which features Tom Morello. What do you got on this one, Damo? We gave it a 3.16.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be one of the better tracks, and it was okay. I gave it a 2.75, and then I was like, I wonder if Tom Morello is going to go full on Tom Morello on this, or if he's just going to do something different. And he went full on Tom Morello.
He went full on Morello.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. I wonder if they picked him just because he's got some Italian blood in him.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Hey, we need a guy who's a guitar player. He's like part Italian. Maybe he's got a vowel to in his last name. Oh yeah, how about Tom Morello? Okay, let's get him.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. He shows up on everybody's stuff lately.
Yeah, he does. That's how they get paid now.
So what do you say if
hip hop guys?
If Dave Grohl can't make it, you call Tom Morello? Is that the way it works?
Yeah, dude. Seriously, I think there's like 5 people on that list, right? You got Dave Grohl, Tom Morello, Slash. Who else is on
Corey
there?
Taylor now, I would say.
Corey Taylor is one of those guys, and I know we're missing somebody, but there's always those like 4 or 5 guys that are like, if you need somebody to do something, call them up on they'll play on your album.
Yep. Okay, so we're winding down here. The big one. The
You didn't even
song.
give me you just assumed
comment?
I was going middle of the road with this one.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
This is where I actually gave it a 3. I didn't even know Morello was on it when I listened to it. So, but at the first time, but I was like, I think I actually gave it a 4 the first time, and then I kind of lowered it because it sounded like Abracadabra, which I like that song, but heard it before. So, but it was a good track.
I gave this one a 3.75. I hear little white stripes in there mixed with ABBA. That's what I hear.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I hear white stripes mixed with ABBA. All
Abracadabra.
right, guys. Abracadabra. So we're winding down to the best track for us collectively, coming into 3.33. First track on the album, On My Mind. Damo?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I gave it, I gave it a 3. Hindsight, I probably should have gave it like a little bit higher, slightly higher, but it wouldn't have made a difference because it came in number 1 anyway. So I guess you guys ranked it the highest also.
Mike, did you?
Yeah, I gave it a 3. It was tied for my highest, but you know what? when I give stuff like 4s and 5s, like to me, that's like you're borderline on like that's a classic.
Yeah, right.
It's like when you talk about this band, that's the song you talk about.
It's
Like
got
I didn't
listen value,
right? So I thought this was a good song. I thought it was better than some of the other ones on the album, but I kind of didn't think it was like, oh, dude, you got this. You want to get in the band, you got to listen to this song, So there was nothing for me on this album like that.
Yeah, I gave us the highest ranking for the whole round. I gave us a 4. This was the only 4 for me. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a really good opener. I thought it was a real solid tune. So collectively, the average for this record out of 5 stars is 2.6. It's that much better than your average, very slightly over the fucking thing, which means it's good enough to listen to. Maybe not. But it's right slightly above average. Yeah, Damo, want to give you a wrap up on the Måneskin?
Yeah, I think Mike said it's like good background music. I think it probably is like something like just to put on, put it on while you're doing something around the house or something. Just something to kind of like so you're not living in complete silence. Let's put Måneskin on. Okay, perfect. I don't remember any of the songs. It's good background music. A lot of them had like the same type of beats in the songs. Like they start out with like this pounding like drum thing or something, and yeah, in a way it does kind of remind me of like the White Stripes in parts. All the bands we mentioned, they definitely have
the elements in there,
elements of all that, but yeah, I don't know, and I think they're really good live, so maybe if you see them live it'll change, but I don't know, man. It's the songs don't do anything for me, or don't do enough for me to even like entertain that idea to go see them live, and it seems like they want to be rock stars and they play that up, but yeah, I don't know.
You're not buying it, Damo?
Nah. I wish them all the luck in the world, but yeah. Maybe someone else will do. Nice try.
Mike D, your synopsis?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't understand the stuff in Italian, and I know it's their first American album, but like for me, it just as a whole, it just lacks a lot of heart. I mean, and it's well produced, and it's you can't say it's done bad, but it's just to me, it's not memorable, and I'll probably forget this in a couple of weeks. The whole album.
I thought you would actually like this. When I heard this, I was like, "Oh, Mike should be all over this."
By the first couple tracks, I'm like, "Oh, this is pretty good. This might be pretty good." And then it just kind of stayed there. It's not that I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm just doesn't do anything for me.
I thought you would. When I heard the first couple tracks, I was like, "Oh, Mike's going to be all over this." I was surprised that you didn't like it as much as I thought you were. Okay, for me, I think it would have been a really, really good record if they cut it down to 10 tracks. And get rid of the songs that aren't in English. There was really no need for that unless you're throwing on as a bonus track.
Well, it's because of the Chili Peppers now. They put like 17, 18 to 25 songs on each album now. So I guess they set the standards.
You lose interest. But I will say it was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
It was. Because I didn't know what I was stepping into. I just remember seeing a picture of them and knowing that they're doing well. But, I wasn't expecting anything, and that's why we took this one on this week, just to try something that we don't know a lot about, which we'll probably do time to time. Just give another band a shot and listen to something.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Listen to, yeah,
yeah. We should do that more often.
Yeah, I think we will. We'll be like Negative Nellies.
Yeah,
Debbie Downers.
Hey, we might find something good. You never know.
Debbie Downers, please insert graphic here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got. Mneskin, middle of the road.